this tom yesterday for about 2 hours, strutting on this ridge, and I had my blind in the wrong spot. I was watching, wishing I was over here instead. So as soon as my hunt got done yesterday, I moved the blind up to this ridge and planned on coming in here and hunting today, and got in about 10 o'clock this morning. You know, I wasn't in the blind for about 30 minutes, and I had a gobbler just light off right behind me.
Ran probably 40 yards and went down. Just a great day of turkey hunting.
What a great gobbler. Just worked out perfect this morning. I had actually watched this tom yesterday for about 2 hours, strutting on this ridge, and I had my blind in the wrong spot. I was watching, wishing I was over here instead. So as soon as my hunt got done yesterday, I moved the blind up to this ridge and planned on coming in here and hunting today, and got in about 10 o'clock this morning. You know, I wasn't in the blind for about 30 minutes, and I had a gobbler just light off right behind me. So made a few calls. He came in to about 30 yards, but he was on the wrong side of the blind. I couldn't shoot him, and sure enough, this gobbler just lit off right below me down the ridge. And you know, I did a couple calls. He came right up the ridge. day of turkey hunting here in Washington State. Had two different gobblers come in this morning. The first one was a little spooked by all the wind and the pine cones falling out of the trees. I think he didn't want to commit and come all the way to the decoy. He hung up about 60-70 yards out, up on a little high point, and I watched him for about 30 minutes, and finally he just worked his way back up the ridge. And it wasn't 20 minutes later after he'd left that I looked to my right, and this gobbler was strutting. Made one call and he came right to the decoy. He's not the biggest gobbler on the mountain, so I think he might have been a little intimidated, but he dropped his strut, walked about 10 yards behind the decoy. I made one good shot on him, and he was down on video. Just a good day of turkey hunting.
We came up to an area that we've been scouting and has a good strut zone here. We know about mid-morning that it's a good place. We sat in there for about an hour and a half calling, and finally heard a gobbler come in the area, and took us about 20 minutes of working this bird. He came in, gave me a good broadside shot. The bird ran probably 40 yards and went down. Just a great day of turkey hunting.
Beautiful gobbler, 11-inch beard on him, 1.25-inch spurs. Love this color of this fan on him. It's April 26th here in Eastern Washington. Came in here on a mid-afternoon hunt. They weren't too active today, but I got a hen calling back and forth to me that helped entice these gobblers right down to the decoy. At first I saw these gobblers about 50 yards away from the blind, up on a high point. I hit a few calls and they came just running right down to the decoy. This gobbler right here was extremely aggressive. He kicked the decoy and was pecking at it. Gave me a chance to get my bow drawn back and make a good shot on him. He went about 30 yards and expired there. So just a great day of turkey hunting.
When the time is right, you can count on Berry game calls to make you sound like the real thing.